Hello Lego friends, and today I thought I would cover my process for trying to put together a set that I don't have the pieces for necessarily from the set, or I've used them all up. So in this case, as you know, I built the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship 31109, and I used all the pieces needed for that except for the brick built sails. I used cloth sails. So I still have all the pieces for those brick-built sails. So I said to myself, hey, I'd like to build this little island cove with the skull, right? But I know that I'm going to have to use a lot of my own pieces. So this has been my process so far. I had the extra pieces from the pirate set in this bin. Now I've added a bunch to that just from my mixed assortment. I also parted out one of the Lego Bonsai trees because I noticed that had a couple of pieces that I needed along the way. But in here was just very few pieces left over from the pirate ship. I knew I was going to have to use a lot of my own pieces, right? So as I got into the instructions, the first thing that I do is whatever piece I need, I went to my bin of extra pieces and just make sure it isn't in there. Obviously a piece like this is not going to be in there, right? So when I figure out I don't have that in my bin, then I go to my assorted pieces, which you can see here. I have different colors, different pieces here. My tan, my red, my brown pieces I've used a lot of here. Green, black, etc. I spend probably 3 to 5 minutes looking through my extra pieces to see if I've got that special piece. And first I look for it in the color that I need. In this case, like this piece of brown. I'll look through the brown. If I don't have it there, I'll look through different colors and I'll just try to decide, could a different color substitute in this spot without taking away from the look? And for the most part, at least in doing this set, that's been true. I mean, I can have green for grass, tan for beach, black just kind of fades away. So does dark brown. So there's a lot of piece options I can use here, or color options that I can use and use the same piece, and I'll be okay. And I did substitute a lot. You can see here the one that stands out is this yellow Technic piece here. I've recently found a dark gray one. So when I get all done, I might change that out, but for now, it's fine. There are a lot of different colors in this set so far to get this accomplished, but I'm spending a reasonable amount of time looking for the right color, and I've got the pieces for the skull, so I'm pretty happy with how it's going. But let's say you've gone through all your pieces, you can't find it in your extra stock. The next thing I think about is, hey, what have I parted out recently that might have the piece that I need? So I know recently I parted out Harry Potter's Clock Tower and the Great Hall, and those extra pieces are sitting in here, right? So I'll go into here just quickly, don't spend a lot of time, and see if there's a piece here that I need. If you have some bins of sets you've parted out, that's just a quick another place to look. Another quick place to look to see if you've got that piece that you need. But now the stakes are rising. Right now, it gets trickier because you couldn't find it in your extra pieces, couldn't find it in your own stock, couldn't find it in a different color. You're not done. So the next thing to do is go to your computer. Go to Bricklink. And sorry, I'm not a great editor, so I can't just drop this into the video perfectly, but just go to Bricklink, pull up Bricklink, and type in the set number that you're working on. So this one happens to be 31109, the pirate ship. Click on the first image with that pirate ship that you see, right? Then go up here to where it says number of parts, right there. Click on that fella right there, right? Now you've got all your individual parts all along here. So let's say we're looking for this part. This was one that I had to find that I did not have in black. So you see it there, and you'll see the part number right there. Click on that part number. Now you'll get this image, and over here you'll see the number of sets that part appears in, and that's all colors. Click on that. This piece is in 348 sets. Click on that, and you can start scanning down, and you can see which sets that piece is in. And you can do this with thumbnail gallery, list with images. This is what I use. I use list with images. So then it starts with the different colors, and then it goes alphabetically, numerically, then alphabetically through that color and all the sets that might have that piece. So you can see that piece, there's 8 of them in Assembly Square. And you just keep going through Betrayal at Cloud City. I don't think I'd part out one of those. Yeah, no. But you keep on going, scroll on down. It may not be the color that you want, but you're looking for any set that you might have that you know you own it. Maybe you don't want to build that set, you want to part it out, or you're like, I want to build that set, but I can use this part from it today and then replace it down the road. So I scroll on through. The things I like to look for to find these extra pieces are those creator type part sets. So like the fantasy set pieces that had 1,800 pieces, it had a lot of pieces that I needed today, and I had parted that out and put some of it into bags and some of it into my extra stock. So this is your next step for getting this thing built. And again, it may not be the color that you want, but you can keep scrolling down until you find the color that you need. Here's a light bluish gray. Keep on going down. There's dark bluish gray. That's getting close to black. Maybe there's a set here that you might have that piece in. I noticed today a couple of the pieces I wanted were in the Spring VIP poly bag, which I actually had. So I thought about opening that up, but I ended up finding the pieces I needed in my extra stock. Look at that, Creeper Mine. That's got a couple of those pieces. Now here we are at black. This is the color we actually need. So this is the one I would go to first, really, and start going through it. There's a build together set, 1,601 parts, set 11020. So I have to ask myself, did I buy this? Do I have this sealed somewhere, or did I part this out? Wonderful. If I do, then I know, hey, I got it. That's the piece I need. And you can keep scrolling through. Maybe there's something already that you have opened up. There's our pirate ship. Studgate train station. And yeah, you just keep on scrolling through there until you find a set that you think you've parted out. And if you don't have one in that color, then just keep going, right? And that's the way that I've done this so far, is if I can't find it in my extra stock, I come over to the computer, type in that set number here, and then find the piece, find how many sets it's in, and go through those sets using list with images in Bricklink. And let's see if I can find where that piece is. Over here on the left, it tells you how many are in that set. For what I'm doing today, there were a couple that were in the Dreams Fantastical Treehouse, and I parted that whole set out, but it's in the box. So I was able to just grab the bags that I have those in that box and find a lot of pieces that I needed today. So that is your next chance at finishing up a set that you want to build with just extra pieces. And I have to tell you that I've been able to get this all put together so far without having to go buy any special pieces, without having to go down to my bricks and minifigs and find pieces. I've gotten all this way, and now I'm ready to start working on the skull. So I should have most of that now, but I'm guessing I'll have to add some more. So that is it. That's how I do it. And as I mentioned, along the way here, I found that the bonsai tree had a couple of parts, and in the right color, I think, for what I was trying to do here. So I said to myself, well, I've got 3 or 4 of those. I got them for the parts, so now's the time. Popped them open, and I've got some of those parts laying down there that I can break into now. If I need a part from the bonsai tree, I can just get into there and get the part that I need. I've also got all my Technics pieces in one bin for the most part. So I've got a lot of different Technics pieces in here that I can use. I put into a bag all of my connector types of Technic pieces here. So I pulled out a couple pieces out of this already today. That's been really helpful. So that's it. That's the trick. If you can't find that piece using all of those methods, then last opportunity then is that you may have to make a little list and head down to your bricks and minifigs and see if you can find them in the bulk, or go ahead and order them off of Bricklink. I really don't want to do that. And actually, you've got another option, which I've used here as well, which is that if I couldn't find that piece, and that was the case early on in this, a piece I just couldn't find, I looked at what the set was really trying to accomplish, and you can innovate and decide that, you know what, I can make that work with different pieces. Many times Lego will put together something with extra pieces, it seems, whereas there may be one piece that accomplishes the same thing. They do it for some reason. It might be for aesthetics, the way they want it to look, or it may be the color scheme, that maybe the pieces, the color that they want you to have there is only available in these multiple pieces. You can decide, well, there's one piece that takes care of that problem. It's just a different color, and I'm okay with that. Or it's hidden. It's not even going to be seen. So that happened to me early on in this. I actually couldn't find the piece in my extras. None of the sets I parted out. No sets that I was willing to part out. But I just innovated and said, well, I can get the same thing done with using a different piece. And in fact, it's right down here. This black piece here that juts out, there's a piece that curves like this. So it'll look a little different. This one back here you can't even really see. So I said, I'm just going to use these. They're almost like roof pieces. So they don't have that curve, but they get the job done, right? That is a really unique piece. It's a curved 4-stud piece. Almost like something you use on a car or a boat, of course. So that's that. A little tip on how to build the set that you want using a lot of different methods to get it done. So I hope this was helpful. I hope y'all are having a great weekend out there. Next video, hopefully I'll be showing you this finished. It'll be a wonderful thing. So I hope you're having a good one. This is Life's a Brick. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one.